Hey Scorpios, I'm here to do your love reading for September 20th to the 30th, 2017. I'm sorry it's really late. I've noticed that a lot of the tarot readers that I really enjoy on YouTube, because like everybody reads cards differently and they bring their own personalities and energy into how they're reading. So there's some that I just love. So I've noticed that everybody's kind of late in getting their readings out, and it's totally understandable because with the solar eclipse being over, after everybody kind of sat and thought about things with the lunar eclipse, everybody's ready to go, like go. So I've noticed that a lot of people are traveling right now, and kind of like finding, after finding themselves, they're like moving forward. So it's kind of cool. I love it. So I'm using oracle cards, and then we're going to clarify them. I did add some other options for personal readings. So if you want to check those in the about section. And I really appreciate you guys being here. It kind of, when I do this, it feels like I'm just like sitting around and talking to friends, and I get a lot of guidance out of the cards I read too. Because the things that I hear, it's like, oh, light bulb moment. So I already shuffled because this table is really loud and I didn't want to annoy you. I don't know. So here we go. Trust. This is like the Fool card in the traditional tarot. So it's like right before the new beginning. And win or lose. This is beautiful card. Win or lose. You're going to trust yourself. Just breathe. I kind of feel like maybe this is a love reading for you guys. Like, it could do with relationships. You could be trusting in a relationship, win or lose. And then master. That guy's mastering his heart chakra there. Excellent. I love it already. Let's see what Spirit's got. Trusting in the people around you. We have the King of Cups. This is a man who has a lot of love. Could be you. You could be trusting yourself. He doesn't really show his emotions on the outside, so it definitely could be you. So basically they're saying, trust in who you are. If you want that new beginning, don't just sit on that perch. Don't just stand on that cliff. Don't just wait for the opportunity. You have to manifest it. You have to believe that you already have it. You already have that. So, with this King of Cups, he's very strong. And he really has a lot of emotions. He's got everything he needs, and he knows it. But he won't show it on the outside because it's almost like because he knows he has everything he needs, he doesn't need to show it on the outside. So win or lose. Winning or losing. Trust in yourself. Whether you win or whether you lose. Because everybody's going to lose. You can't be perfect all the time. And this is a Virgo saying that. That's a pretty big deal. See, I just gave myself my own advice. Not my own advice. Spirit gave me my own advice. So yeah, you can't be perfect all the time. You got to fall. Sometimes you have to fall before you can build back up. And those are your thoughts telling you that you can't do it. I'm gonna lose. So when you start trusting in yourself and feeling those emotions and maybe even bringing them to the surface, Whether you win or lose in a relationship, in a marriage, even if you're single, you know, if you are showing that kind of vulnerability to that girl that you have admired from afar for so long, and you finally get the guts up, you know, and you're like, you know, if she turns me down, she turns me down. There's always another one, right? I always think of, was it Babe Ruth that said, it just went out of my mind. Oh, crud. I almost said, oh, shit. So I'm just going to say it. Whether you win or lose. Oh, no. I don't remember. You guys remember that baseball expression? Put it in the comments because it just went out of my head. Don't let fear keep you from playing the game or something like that. So I'm on vacation right now. It's really fun. It really is fun. It's raining a lot, but it's a beautiful place. So win or lose. Win or lose. We have the Ten of Swords. So you're done losing. But this guy, even though it looks like he's defeated, these are his thoughts that were defeating him. And you guys are like, this 10 is a completion. You guys are done letting your thoughts deceive you, letting your thoughts feel like you're defeated. Because we have the Six of Cups. My nose is itching. That happens sometimes when I'm reading cards. The Six of Cups is looking into your past, remembering, you know, happy times, fulfillment. It could be past lives, but it's like you're looking into your emotions almost in a childlike way and not feeling deceived by yourself, not feeling defeated by yourself. So whether you like win or lose this battle, you'll find that happiness in your relationships, in your love. You're going to trust the universe enough to get off that ledge and to go for it. And then it's telling you, oh, that's funny. It's telling you to just breathe. Meditate. It doesn't even have to be, you know, a lot of people like say that you have to sit with your legs crossed and your hands up and your back straight. Oh, that's so not comfortable for me. I have to lay down. I have to, because I just can't do it. Lay down or like sit on a chair that has a back to it. And just breathe, even 5 minutes a day. Like it doesn't have to be 30 minutes and it doesn't have to be to Zen music, you know, put on your favorite song, whatever makes you feel like you, and just take deep breaths and kind of center and see who you are. Because you know that you are done defeating yourself. Right. Just breathe, because the Seven of Swords, this could be deceitfulness. This could be feeling like you have been deceived. And the reason why I say that is we have the Devil as well. This is Capricorn. There could be another water sign or an earth sign. And we have air, 2 swords. But if you feel like you've been deceived by somebody, or you are being deceived by yourself, and you feel like you've just been beaten down so much that you're in hell, meditate. I know that sounds like a really easy answer, but sometimes the easiest answer is better than trying to make things harder than they really are. If you've been deceived by somebody else, there's nothing you can do about it. Not now. Until you center yourself back. And when you breathe, then you can go back and be like, all right, whether I win or lose this battle, I got to trust myself. I got to trust my emotions. Because projecting those emotions on somebody else isn't winning. Sure, it may make you feel good at the time, but you're going to think back to it and be like, oh, that was not. And Scorpios, you guys can be a little biting. You have a stinger. You say things, and you're like, well, they deceived me. Okay. That sucks. I've been deceived before. I've been lied to before. And it sucks. It feels like you're in hell. Feels like you've been defeated, but you're done. So after you've breathed, and you're no longer letting this deception either within yourself or with somebody who you love, marriage, single life, friendships even. Love readings can be about friendships too. I love my friends very much. So once you've been through all of this and you start trusting, it's like we go into a full circle. You start to master. You start to master that heart chakra. You start to believe in who you truly are. And how do you master that? How do you master that? It's interesting because with the Pisces reading, yeah, that I just did, I talked about not deceiving yourself by beating yourself up in your mind and telling you lies to yourself. I'm not good enough. What's wrong with me? Why does this keep happening to me? Why can I not be loved? I mean, I've been divorced twice, and I went through that whole phase. You know, I'm the common denominator in those two divorces, but then I look back and I think, you know, I wasn't the only one in that relationship. So those deceptive thoughts within you, they kick your ass. So we're gonna walk away, and it might be slowly, but you're mastering your emotions. You're mastering that heart chakra. You're mastering your true higher self. The 5 of Wands, you're not gonna fight. This is outward fighting, and it's more like petty fighting. But you're not gonna do it. You're like, I mean, this can be stressful too, when even if it's not like serious, fast bloodlust kind of fighting. And this is a fire sign energy. It's the first one. So if you have fire in your charts, if somebody you are in a relationship with has fire in their charts, and you can check your Venus too. I usually just say sun, moon, and rising just to keep it simple, because we can talk about, you know, somebody's Venus and the other person's Mars, but then everybody's like, well, how do I find that out and where do I go? And it's, you know, stretching it a little. But yeah, you're just done fighting, even if it's small fighting. Because you're mastering the opportunity. You're thinking about walking. And this is kind of slow walking. She's like in a gondola, but she has all of her swords. These are all of her thoughts. Like, I'm going to move on my intuition with the moon back there. I'm going to move on what I feel is right with this information that I have received either within myself or from somebody that I feel deceived by. I'm no longer going to stay in this state of turmoil, right? Because we went from the 10 of Swords to the 7 of Swords to the 6 of Swords. So you have downgraded your deceiving thought process, or you're like, I'm just done. I'm done with this deception. I'm done feeling like I'm in purgatory and breathing. I'm not going to let this relationship make me feel like this anymore. So you're like, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to myself. I'm going to master my emotions. And by mastering your emotions, I don't mean taking them away. I mean using them to your advantage. Yes, the King of Cups is a very loving person. Very loving person, takes care of people in a way that is, shows love and happiness. But if you don't show those emotions on the outside, if it's just in a way where, if people have to like drag it out of you, it's really hard, petty fighting, to try and drag. So master those emotions. Trust yourself enough to fly. Trust yourself. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm really happy with this reading. So because this was so late, actually all the water signs and Capricorn were late. I'm so sorry. And part of it was because I'm in a beautiful place and I wanted to go on a beach and do your sign, the water signs especially for you. And it just like rained and missed it. Of course, I come into town and it rains the whole time. Just my luck. It was probably the universe saying, you need to relax and not like run around and try and be Superwoman. So anyway, your signs will be first after Libra, because it is their birthday season. Shh, don't tell them that we're doing yours first. It'll be after theirs. And then, so for the beginning of October general readings, and hopefully I'm going to start those next week or like towards the end of this week. We'll see. We'll see what kind of time I have. Okay, great. I hope you guys have a really good rest of your September, the next 10 days. Bye.